On the edge of an ancient village, nestled in the shadow of the Cotswold Hills, England, an old man trudged through the morning mist, a sickle in one hand and a lifetime of secrets in the other. It was Valentine's Day 1945, and 74-year-old Charles Walton left his small stone village in Lower Quinton, just as he had done every day for decades. Charles was a man who believed the land spoke to him. By dusk, he would be found pinned to the earth by his own tools, in a scene so bizarre, so steeped in superstition, that even Scotland Yard couldn't explain it. Charles Walton was quiet, solitary, and strange. Villagers said he could talk to birds, and he could commune with the shadows. Some whispered he had the second sight. Others remembered that his mother died when Halley's comet lit the sky, a sign, they said, of an unnatural birth. He took a job clearing brush on the Meon Hill farm. That morning, he set off with a pitchfork, a slash hook, and his pocket watch. Only one of those things came back. When Charles didn't return home for supper, his niece went looking. What she found, just beyond the edge of the hedgerow, was not a man, but a warning. Charles lay flat on his back, the pitchfork driven through his neck so deep that the tine sank into the frozen soil. His head had been split open by his own slash hook, and then, in a final unsettling touch, the weapon was left embedded in his throat. His shirt was torn open, and a crude cross had been carved into his chest. The police were baffled. There was no robbery or motive, and there were no witnesses. But the villagers remembered tales of phantom hounds, of witches burned, of blood spilled to bless crops. This was old folklore that clung to the land like mist. In this region, it was once believed that to end a curse, you must spill a witch's blood and drive a fork into the earth, pinning the spirit down. The newspapers called it a ritual killing. Scotland Yard called it madness. But no one, not even the lead detective Robert Fabian, could make sense of what they found on that hill. Despite weeks of interrogation, no killer was ever found. There were no charges, no trial, just an old man buried without justice, and a village that still watches the hills when the wind begins to howl. Some say Charles Walton was the victim of an ancient rite. Others say he was the reason it had to be done. 70 years on, and the soil of Meon Hill still remembers.